Hey there everyone, welcome to another video of Fox Android. So this video will be in continuation with our real-time database series, right? So in the last two videos we have learned how to read and write data to the real-time database, right? So in this video we'll learn how to update the data. So if we have an existing data and we want to change certain things in that data, right? Or we want to update the data, how do we do it? So let me just give you the glimpse of what we'll be getting by the end of this video, right? So if you can see on my mobile screen, so for let me just give you the idea. So if you can see here, there is this entry Dinah. The username for that is Dinah, and there are certain fields: first name, last name, and age. So now if I want to change the data, I'll just enter the username here into my cell phone. Then for example, I do not want to change the first name. I want to change the last name as it is, Ribarich. But I want to change the age, right? I want to update the age to from 25 to 30. So now if I just click on update button, so you can see successfully updated, and you can see here that the data has been changed, right? Earlier it was 25, now it's 30. So let me change another entry. So Chris M, let the first name be Chris, and this time let us change the last name. So let it be Matthews, and we also want to change the age to 23, right? So if I just press this update button, so you can see age and last name has been changed. So this is what we'll be getting by the end of this video. So make sure that you watch this video till the end to learn how to update the data. So without much ado, let's get started. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell notification icon for receiving the notification of the upcoming videos. And by the end of the video, if you like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button as well. So first thing first, so I've already designed this update data screen, right? So we'll not be looking into the code, XML code of this file, because this is not what we are here for. So we'll directly dive into the Java code for this XML, right? So here first we'll declare the binding class variable and name it as binding only as usual data. Then we'll make a database reference variable, get layout inflator, and we'll set the content view as binding.getRoot, right? So now we'll set the on-click listener on our update button, right? So now we'll fetch all the values that are being entered by the user into the edit text fields, right? Okay guys, we have got all the data that is being entered by the user into these string variables, right? Now what we'll do is, after getting the data, we'll call a method update data, and we'll pass username, first name, last name, and age as an argument, right? So now we'll just create this method, right? So now to update the data, for example, we want to update this, we need to create a hash map, right? So whatever data you want to do, you need to enter the keys and values into the hash map. For example, I want to update all the 4 fields. So the key for the hash map will be age, first name, last name, and username, and the value is whatever value you want to give it or update, right? So let me just create a hash map object. So let me call it as user only, new hash map. So user dot put. So the first argument will be the name of the fields, right? And the second argument is the data entered by the user, right? User dot put. The third thing is age, I guess, right? So we do not want to update the username because we want to keep it intact. So database reference is equal to Firebase database dot, we get the instance of this, and we got the reference for the users node, right? So we got the reference for this node here. So now we want to update the child, and for that what we'll do is database reference will refer to the child, and here we'll pass the username entered by the user, right? And we'll call the method update children, and inside this we'll pass the hash map object, right? And now we'll attach a callback method add on complete listener. So we'll get the result in the form of a task. So we'll just check if task is successful, right? And then we'll do something, and in case the task is not successful, we'll just raise a toast. Saying that failed to update, right? And when the task is successful, we want to make sure that all the input fields are set to empty, right? We just erase all the data from the input fields because we are done with the data. We no more need that data. So I'll just quickly set and at the end we'll raise a toast saying that successfully updated, right? So update data dot this, we'll pass the context, and here we'll say successfully updated, right? Line shot dot show, right? So that is it. That is all what we need to do, right? So if you do not want to change a certain field as per your requirement, then what you can do is you need not to put all the fields here. For example, I do not want to update the username, so I haven't entered the key and the value for the username, right? So let me just put, and the last thing we want to do is we want to set the update data activity as the launcher activity. So I'll put the intent filter inside this. So now let me quickly install this app to my cell phone and we'll check if it is working fine or not, right? So okay guys, the app has been installed to my cell phone, right? So now let me just change any data. For example, we want to change the data for the Sammy username. So let me enter the username Sammy, the first name is Sam, and we want to change the last name to anything random like Vic, right? And we want to change the age as well. So let me keep the age as 30 only. So now if I click on this update button, so you can see the data has been updated, right? So I guess we have successfully implemented this update feature into our Android application, right? And I also hope that you guys have understood the code. In case you have any doubt, you can always ask me in the comment section, or you can DM me on Instagram. The Instagram username is there on your screen right now, and I have also put in the link for the source code in the description below. You can just check out that link if you want the source code. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell notification icon for receiving the notification of the similar upcoming videos, right? So that was it for today's video. See you another video. Bye.